gotta focus on yourself, on your faith, on your dreams, on your mind, on your health, yeah. You gotta work, never tell, keep your head down, find what you love and excel, yeah.
One of the smartphones I've been the most excited to check out this year is the Honor Robot Phone, and the moment we got the chance, we brought it in for an unboxing. Right away, the first thing that stands out is the oversized retail box. It's very similar in size and presentation to the previous Honor Porsche design packaging. Let's not waste any time and open it up. There's a built-in handle on the box, which is a nice little touch. Just pull it and everything slides out smoothly.
A quick shout out to my tech partner from China for sharing this video. A big thank you for making this possible. Hey everyone, it's Maiky from techmaiky. If you love staying updated with the latest gadgets, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you never miss out our exciting tech content.
As soon as the inner section comes out, you're greeted with what looks like a tiny gimbal angled toward you. The packaging itself is surprisingly creative. It uses magnetic closures and an asymmetrical design that outlines the shape of the Honor Robot Phone. It even opens from both the front and the back. And there it is, our very first look at the phone. Honor isn't calling this just another smartphone. Instead, they officially describe it as a robot phone. Now let's take the phone out for a moment and see what else is included inside the box. There's another thick compartment underneath. The first accessory we find is the SIM ejector tool. Its shape is almost identical to the one that came with the Porsche design model, although this version combines glossy edges with a matte finish in the center. Next up is the protective case. But wait, what's attached to the back? There are two small pouches connected to the magnetic case, along with a reminder saying not to use it together with a stand while charging wirelessly. There's also a compact black wrist strap included. And here's a frosted metal accessory that appears to attach directly to the case. It's designed so you can secure the phone while taking photos, giving you a better grip and helping prevent accidental drops. It also doubles as a phone stand. Interestingly, the stand itself is shaped like a miniature gimbal. It has a premium anodized finish, and thanks to the built-in magnet, it can hold the phone securely on a flat surface. Next, let's take a closer look at the protective case. It comes in a gray finish and has multiple cutouts positioned around the body. There's one here, another in the lower left corner, and one at the top. These openings are designed to leave enough room for the gimbal mechanism to move freely. The material is soft rubber, making it comfortable to hold. The included accessory snaps directly to the case, and once attached, it feels extremely secure. Moving on, we have the charger and the USB-C cable. This is Honor's latest 120-watt mini-cube charger, and we've already tested it before. It's impressively compact while supporting a wide range of charging protocols. Alongside that is the USB-C to USB-C data cable, and that wraps up everything included inside the box. Now let's focus on the phone itself. Before peeling anything off, there are several instructions printed on the screen protector. Honor advises users not to forcibly rotate or press the gimbal and to avoid dropping or bumping the device. Many of you have asked us to perform a drop test on this robot phone, but honestly, that might make this already hard-to-find phone even harder to replace. There's also a reminder to unlock the slider before using the gimbal. The slider itself can be removed by sliding it to the right, making it easy to clean. Another note mentions not to install a lens protector over the camera system, and it also warns against applying excessive force to the slider. The phone features an in-display fingerprint scanner, while the SIM tray is located on the left side. When inserting the SIM card, the front of the card should face the display. Those are the main setup reminders. Now let's finally remove the protective film and see the phone up close. My very first reaction is honestly, wow, it's much smaller than I expected. I originally thought this would be a full-sized flagship, but it actually features a compact 6.3-inch display. Even though it's a small screen phone, don't let the size fool you. It definitely doesn't feel light. It seems to weigh somewhere around 248 grams. The first thing your eyes are drawn to is the massive rear camera module with its sliding lens mechanism. Let's slide it open. Oh, that's magnetic. You can really feel the magnetic sections guiding it into place, and it snaps shut automatically. The sliding cover also protects the gimbal, allowing you to place the phone on a table without worrying about damaging it. Around the camera housing, you'll find details like f1.6, 23mm, and 200 megapixels, while AMAG is the name of Honor's imaging brand. The Honor logo sits just below it. Looking at the center of the back panel, the design feels surprisingly familiar. Personally, it reminds me quite a bit of the rear design found on the iPhone 17 series. I believe the back is glass since the phone supports wireless charging, so a metal back panel wouldn't make sense. It has a textured finish that feels really nice in the hand. The surrounding frame is metal, and what's especially impressive is how seamlessly it blends into the back panel, creating the appearance of an all-metal body. Around the frame, you can also spot several antenna lines, suggesting strong signal performance. Another interesting detail is the built-in lanyard attachment point. It connects directly to the phone itself, which is something you rarely see these days, since most phones only offer that feature through their cases. At the bottom, you'll find the dual SIM tray with a visible red waterproof sealing ring. Next to it is one of the microphone openings. The phone actually includes 4 microphones in total. The main speaker is also located at the bottom, while the metal frame features CNC machined textures running around the edges. The only interruption is where the gimbal module sits. Up top, there's another speaker grill. Along the side, there are several buttons, including the power key, volume controls, and an additional side button. Since Honor markets this as a robot phone, that extra button is most likely dedicated to AI features. Beside the main camera system, you'll also find a ring flash, a 50-megapixel ultra-wide camera, and a 200-megapixel periscope telephoto lens. That covers the overall hardware design, so let's power it on and go through the setup process. Laying the phone flat on the table, you can clearly see how much the camera module protrudes. On the front, it still uses a centered punch hole display. Even with the flip camera system, Honor didn't go for a completely uninterrupted full-screen design. A true full-screen display would certainly make the phone feel even more futuristic, but this approach is much more practical. Everyday tasks like scanning QR codes or using facial recognition would become inconvenient if you had to wait for the rear camera to pop up every single time, so keeping the front camera makes perfect sense. Let's complete the setup. During the activation process, the system displays a reminder that's almost identical to the safety instructions printed on the packaging. After confirming everything, we simply tap Done. And there we have it. Magic OS X is ready to go. Let's tap Experience now. The first thing you'll notice is the default black theme, which creates a stylish, starry, space-like atmosphere. The phone also comes with quite a few apps pre-installed, and as soon as we enter the home screen, there's already a brand new system notification waiting for us.
Let's start by updating the phone to the latest software. The very first system update is surprisingly large, around 3.09 gigabytes. According to the update notes, it improves the camera effects and overall shooting experience. Honor also says this is the most mechanically advanced smartphone ever created. Inside its 3-axis mechanical gimbal are motors built with titanium alloy and Honor's own high-strength premium steel, making the mechanism both durable and precise. Now it's time to see how it actually works. After unlocking the phone, we open the camera app, grant the necessary permissions, and select the rear camera's attention mode. A prompt immediately appears, introducing AI intelligent tracking, which automatically assists with shooting using the large gimbal system. At first, the interface looks like a standard rear camera with the usual shutter button, since the camera is still positioned on the back. Now let's switch over to the gimbal camera. Here it comes, the camera module rises up. Before using it, you choose either portrait or landscape orientation. I'll go with portrait. As soon as it's activated, the gimbal begins following the movement automatically. Now I can record from the front and the interface changes. The normal shutter icon is replaced with a framing indicator and a virtual joystick appears on the screen. Let's test it. Wow, it actually works. As I move the camera left and right, the response is quick, taking roughly 1 second to reposition. The image quality from the front is incredibly sharp. Seriously, it's impressively clear. With the built-in handheld gimbal underneath, the phone feels almost like holding a dedicated camera stabilizer while recording video. When you grip it this way, the notification bar even shows an option to close the gimbal camera. Let's try that. The camera retracts. Now I'm curious, what happens if I close the lens cover and then open the camera app? As expected, the phone displays a message asking me to slide open the lens cover first. The camera refuses to extend while the cover is closed, which means sensors are constantly checking its position. Once I slide open the cover, there it goes. The gimbal rises without any problem. Looking at the mechanism, it's actually impressive how much space it occupies. Normally, the motherboard section inside a phone is extremely thin, but this gimbal assembly is massive.
Let me see if I can close it manually. Nope, it won't let me. A message appears telling me to open the gimbal cover first. So the phone can even detect whether the cover is fully in place. That's pretty clever. The gimbal itself is incredibly thick, taking up almost 2/3 of the phone's internal thickness. In comparison, the display and motherboard occupy only a relatively small section. Even though the camera bump is already huge, there's really no alternative because fitting a full 3-axis mechanical gimbal naturally requires much more space than a standard smartphone camera. For me, the biggest highlight of this phone is definitely the camera hardware. It features a 200-megapixel gimbal main camera with a large 1.28-inch sensor and an f1.6 aperture. If it also supports OIS, that would mean the phone combines 2 stabilization systems, the 3-axis mechanical gimbal plus optical stabilization. Let's check. When I gently twist the phone, I can actually see the main camera shifting slightly to compensate. That confirms it. The main camera supports optical stabilization as well. Now when I activate the gimbal camera again, the phone is using both systems together. That's dual stabilization, mechanical gimbal stabilization combined with OIS. I also noticed that the dual joystick can be reset, which is a useful feature. As for the 3-camera setup, it doesn't work the same way. Unlike DJI systems that switch directly between lenses, this phone uses a separate lens switching button. Looking through the menu, there are 5 different tracking modes available, including pitch lock, FPV mode, vertical FPV mode, super stable mode, and framing mode. Once you tap the joystick, automatic framing begins. That's really impressive. The phone automatically keeps the subject properly framed without needing manual adjustments. One interesting thing I discovered is that once the gimbal camera extends, only the 1x, 2x, and 4x zoom options remain available. All of these are based on the main camera. The ultra-wide and telephoto cameras disappear while the gimbal is active. Those lenses only become available again after the camera returns to its normal position. Perhaps this is designed to avoid sudden perspective changes while the gimbal is operating. In other words, when the gimbal retracts, you regain access to every camera lens. Speaking of cameras, the telephoto unit uses a 200-megapixel 1.4-inch precision sensor with an f2.6 aperture and offers 2.7x optical zoom. There's also a 50-megapixel ultra-wide camera with an f2.0 aperture that supports macro photography from as close as 2.5 centimeters. On the front, you'll find a 50-megapixel selfie camera with an f2.0 aperture. The phone is also equipped with Honor's self-developed H1 imaging chip, which made its debut alongside the Honor Robot phone. With its unique 3-axis mechanical gimbal, it's clear this phone is designed primarily for video creators. Both the main camera and the telephoto camera can record up to 4K at 120 FPS in 10-bit log format. It supports up to 14 stops of dynamic range, 422 IPB video encoding, and even real-time NAS preview. After Honor's collaboration with ARRI, the phone also includes several professional-grade camera features. Let's switch over to Master Cinema mode. Now we're inside the professional recording interface. There are plenty of settings available here, including recording aspect ratio, simulated cameras, focus peaking, and recording mode. You can even choose ARRI Log C3 directly from the menu. Once selected, the entire display changes to a flat gray image, just as you'd expect from a professional log profile. In this mode, you can shoot from the 12mm ultra-wide camera, the 23mm main camera, the 62mm telephoto camera, and the 62mm periscope telephoto camera. Beyond the gimbal camera itself, there are 2 additional shooting modes. One is rear panorama, which works similarly to dedicated gimbal cameras by capturing multiple photos and automatically stitching them together. It supports both a 180-degree panoramic shot and a 9-grid mode that combines 9 separate images into a single photo. There's also a front group photo mode. Let's take a sample. It's finished. The phone captured 3 individual photos before merging them automatically. Now let's check the final result. The image has been combined successfully. It even applies a beauty effect automatically. The final photo looks excellent. The field of view is extremely wide, and the stitching is almost impossible to notice. It's hard to believe this image is actually made from 3 separate shots blended together. Another major highlight of the Honor robot phone is the debut of Honor's brand new H1 imaging chip. So what exactly does this chip bring to video recording? First, it improves the clarity of both the live preview while you're filming and the final recorded footage. It also performs much better in difficult lighting conditions. Bright areas are less likely to become overexposed, while darker parts of the scene retain more detail, resulting in improved dynamic range. When paired with ARRI Log C3 recording, the phone captures cleaner and more original footage, giving creators greater flexibility during color grading and post-production thanks to the extra image information it preserves. There's another interesting detail about the gimbal mechanism. If you don't fully retract the camera and return it to its resting position, the gimbal motor automatically stops working and enters a standby state. At that point, you can rotate the camera freely, but it's definitely not a good idea to force it by hand since doing so could potentially damage the motor. Take a look at this lock screen wallpaper. It almost looks like you're staring into a black hole. It fits the futuristic theme of the phone perfectly. Now let's talk about what this 3-axis mechanical gimbal can actually do. One of its smartest features is voice-based tracking. You simply speak to the phone and it can identify where the sound is coming from. The gimbal automatically turns toward the speaker, locates the person, and keeps them framed in the shot. It genuinely behaves a bit like a small robot. Another feature that I think is especially practical is automatic subject tracking during video calls or live streaming. Imagine you're streaming on Douyin or having a WeChat video call by yourself. You place the phone on a table and then walk around the room. Normally, you'd quickly move out of frame, but with this gimbal system, the camera follows you automatically. If you move left, the camera smoothly moves left. If you walk in another direction, it keeps adjusting to keep you in view. For anyone who creates content alone, this could be extremely useful. The phone also includes a dedicated starry sky mode that supports capturing the night sky. Beyond that, it can shoot star trails and even photograph rocky landscapes using specialized shooting modes. But this gimbal isn't only for photography and video, it also unlocks some fun interactive features, including something called Yo-Yo Robot Mode. In this mode, the gimbal physically moves while the screen displays different facial expressions, allowing the phone to react almost like a tiny robot. You can even talk to it, and the movements make it feel like a little robotic head responding to you. When music is playing, the gimbal can actually move and dance along with the rhythm. It's a playful feature that adds a lot of personality and interaction. Here's another entertaining example. Imagine you're at a party and jokingly say, "The most handsome person here is paying the bill tonight." The phone's gimbal will rotate around the room, search for someone, and then stop on the person it decides is the winner. It's obviously meant for fun, but it's a clever way to show off what the tracking system can do. And with that, we've reached the end of our first hands-on experience with the Honor robot phone. Of course, this is only the beginning. We'll also be bringing you a full in-depth review very soon. So if you want to know everything about this device, make sure you don't miss that video. In our complete review, we'll thoroughly test the image quality of this unique 3-axis mechanical gimbal. We'll compare it with today's mainstream smartphone gimbal cameras and even put it head-to-head with the iPhone, which is widely recognized for its excellent video recording performance. We'll also evaluate battery life, overall performance, and everything else you need to know before making a decision. So stay tuned to our Geek Night platform for all of those detailed tests. Thanks so much for watching this video, everyone. I'll see you in the next one. Goodbye.